Hey everybody, this is Nkahet with WPGN, and at the moment we're going to do a real quick tutorial on how to use a controller to play Smite. Now I am using an Xbox 360 controller. I believe you can also use a PlayStation 3 controller, but don't quote me on that. I will update or comment on the video when I have actually plugged one in and attempted to do it. I just, grabbed a 360 controller to do it with, and this is how I did it. So what you'll need to do, first of all, you will need to launch Smite. Now, there's a number of ways of doing this. This is just the way that I do it. I go into BPM here, and I have my Smite to, set up to run in or from Steam, and I will have another video as to how you can do that. So basically what you do is you plug your controller into your computer, like I have it plugged in now, and I'm actually using the controller to control Steam in big picture mode, or what I call console mode, because this pretty much turns it into console-like UI. So you run Smite, and you can do this without a without the controller. You can do it with mouse and keyboard like I'm doing right now. See, mouse, keyboard, or controller. So what you do is you run it. And you might want to watch the other one to get this to run from, Steam. But anyway, after you've done that, you do this. So you bring it into big picture mode, you play. Have your controller plugged in. Start up Smite, and you have to wait a minute because it's not going to have any special interfaces with Steam, because it's not actually a Steam game. And here's the other problem. The controller does not and will not, regardless of what controller you use, it will not control the heads-up display or the user interface pre-game. So all of this that you see right here, the controller doesn't control any of it. See, I'm clicking buttons, nothing. So basically, here's how you do this. You have it plugged in, you start up Smite, you go to your settings over here, go to the control tab, and you'll need to do one of two things. This is the first one. You'll need to uncheck disable joystick input. This cannot be checked if you plan to use a controller, because it will block the signal from your joysticks, which means that you can't move unless you want to use D-pad, and that sucks. I suggest that you restrict camera pitch. You don't have to, but this just makes it a little easier to use a controller. Now you can go over here to your key binding, and this will tell you whether this is working or not. If you see these show up, gamepad L3, R2, L2, A, X, B, Y, so on and so forth, that means that your controller has been recognized, and now you can go in and change things. And you would do it the same way that you would, do a keyboard. So let's change jump to R2, or I think it's R2. Yep. So now we've changed jump to R2, so every time I hit R2 in game, it's going to jump. But I don't want jump to be R2, so I'm going to put it back on R3. And I'm going to make my fire button R2. And the way that you know that this is working is it will actually change when you press a corresponding button on your controller. Now again, this does not control any of the heads-up display or the pre-game user interface. It won't do that. You'll still have to use a mouse to do this. It kind of sucks, but I mean, that's the way it is. Screenshots will work by pressing, I believe it's the Xbox Home and A button, so you can do it that way, or you can just reach up and hit F12 to take a screenshot via Steam. You can do that too. I don't know if... Okay, this does not have Steam community integration, so hitting Shift Tab will not work, even if you're launching it through Steam. But other than that, gameplay-wise, it is 98 to 99% compatible. The only thing that it cannot do is move the mouse cursor when you open the buy screen to buy items. You'll still have to double click on them to buy them, or click and click buy. Just double click is easier. But that's the only thing that it really can't do. You can still bring up the score tab, you can still bring up your short commands, you can move, turn, fire, execute skill shots, cancel skill shots, jump, all of that good stuff. All of that will work with a controller, and that right there, what I just showed you, is how you do it. So be sure that if you haven't watched it yet, check out the how to run Steam through, or how to run Smite through Steam video, and I will post a link to that in the description of this particular video. Thank you for watching. I hope that some of you found this useful. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing, and I will catch you later.